Fernando again looks to throw it. Now he's going deep, way deep, and the catch is made! What a play! Guess who? Charlie Becker again! 36 yards! Indiana scores!
Now, back to You Better You Bet with Nick Kostos and the crew. Presented by BetMGM on Westwood One Sports.
Westwood One, courtesy of the highlight there. Remember when Indiana destroyed Oregon in the Peach Bowl? And it was really fun. Well, I guess the game kind of sucked. Whatever, it's like football's fun. Ole Miss Miami was pretty fun the night before. Sean McDonough, a great call of the game on Indiana, Oregon, joined us last week. Ole Miss Georgia was fun. Had some great games. You know what I enjoy? If I can be honest with everybody. Well, lots of things. The first thing that came to mind is something that I probably shouldn't say on the radio, which everybody enjoys, but sometimes you don't need to say it. Pizza. I like football. I love football. And tonight, I should be happy. I should be happy right now. Because tonight, we have the national championship game in college football. And the storylines, like a cup runneth over, as juicy as it possibly gets, like a wet towel, and you wring every ounce of moisture out of that son of a bitch. So much going on. Indiana, the doormats of college football for forever. Now the big bad favorite. And the Miami Hurricanes, legacy franchise program in college football. The lovable underdog. Think about that. Kurt Signetti trying to author the greatest turnaround in the history of life and win a national championship in year 2 at Indiana. Fernando Mendoza looking to cement his status as the number 1 overall pick in the draft to the Las Vegas Raiders in addition to winning the Heisman Trophy. And Mario Cristobal and Carson Beck looking to break through in improbable fashion and deliver a championship back to Coral Gables. And despite all of these meaty, juicy storylines, doesn't it feel like no one cares? Like the game is an afterthought. College football fans and media members that cover the sport, like me, and if you're listening to the show right now, Sirius 375, Odyssey app, Westwood One app, radio stations nationwide, perhaps you're watching the show right now on Nesson, locally in the New England area. We will talk about your Patriots coming up in a little bit. Great win by your Patriots yesterday against the Houston Texans. You're watching the show on Twitch. You're in the YouTube chat, youtube.com/@thekostos. We will read some YouTube comments coming up shortly here on the show. We all like to complain about college football, even though we love it. And there are various things that we complain about, right? We complain about NIL. We complain about the transfer portal. We complain about the calendar. We complain about coaches leaving. We complain, if you want to extend this out to college sports, we complain about NBA draft picks playing college basketball games and power conferences. The biggest problem that this sport has is that the national championship game is scheduled for the Monday after the divisional rounds of the playoffs. And no one cares about it, and no one's talking about it. And this should be a game that everyone cares about, and everyone's excited about, and everybody's talking about. And yes, when we get there tonight, and the game's about to kick off, and it's the only thing happening tonight in the world of sports, it's the thing that we're all going to be watching, and I'm going to lead the show tomorrow with it, and we're going to have a grand old time discussing it. I'm not suggesting no one's going to watch the game, but what I am saying is, it is a travesty that the game is placed today on this Monday. where you are coming off a stellar divisional round of the NFL playoffs. The Bills fire Sean McDermott. No one is talking about Indiana, Miami. And isn't that a shame? Isn't it a shame that this sport, coming off one of the best, in my opinion, you don't have to agree with this, I don't care, it's my opinion, one of the best college football seasons ever in my lifetime watching the sport, with a college basketball-style Final Four as a result of the expanded playoff. And we have to wait a week and a half following the semifinals with a ton of NFL playoff games and coaching firings and coaching hirings in between. And we're just going to smack this game on Monday night following the divisional round? It's a disservice to the sport. It's a disservice to college football. Who's talking about the game right now? We are 90 minutes into the show today, and this is the first time we've talked about the game. And I haven't even actually broken down the game itself because I'm so pissed about this. This should be in a spot. I don't. How about like Tuesday night, Wednesday night this week? Put it on Wednesday. Get far enough away from the NFL, right, from divisional round, and far enough from Championship Sunday, where like let the NFL own Monday, and then you start the build on Tuesday, and it's a fever pitch on Wednesday. Put the game on. What's the difference? College football puts the national championship game in a terrible spot. Where we got 90 minutes into the show today, it's the first time we reference it. And there would never have ever been a thought to do it at another time. Could you imagine if I led the show today with Indiana, Miami? You change the channel. You turn it off. You'd be like, where's the hell's the NFL breakdown? Isn't that a shame? And if the game's on Wednesday, you talk about it all day Thursday. But no, let's put it on Monday. Coming off the heels of riding in the wake of the NFL playoffs. What a joke. It's ridiculous. Now let's talk about the game, because I am very excited for the game, and I can't wait to watch it, and I'll have some money on the game tonight. So we've talked about all the storylines, right? I laid them out. Cignetti, Indiana, Mendoza, Cristobal Beck, Miami. Who do I think's going to win? I think Indiana's going to win. I don't say that with a tremendous amount of confidence because Miami does have dudes. NFL caliber players on both lines of scrimmage. With their right tackle who's going to go top 10, Muag. I'm going to butcher his name. I'm not even going to try and do it. But an offensive tackle that's going to go top 10 per a lot of mock drafters. Ruben Bain's going to go in the top 10. Like, Miami's got NFL studs. And if you wanted to construct a team to compete with Indiana, and I can't even believe I'm saying that, Indiana beat Ohio State, just mollywopped Alabama, and then eviscerated and emasculated Oregon. To compete, what a sentence, to compete with Indiana, not in basketball, in football. You bet on this Monday. Nick Kostos here with you on Westwood One Sports, on social media at the Kostos, TheKostos. Miami would be the team that could do it. Now, my problem with betting Miami to cover, and certainly with betting Miami to win, while acknowledging I think the game could be very close, for the reasons I just laid out. Curt Cignetti and Mario Cristobal needs to get credit, right? He's one win away from a national championship. He does deserve a lot of credit. As an in-game coach, Curt Cignetti versus Mario Cristobal. It'd be like if Andre the Giant fought Rey Mysterio in like a real fight. Like not the WWE match. Like Andre the Giant versus Rey Mysterio. Like that's what this would be as far as in-game coaching is concerned. Cignetti's gonna run laps around him. I think Indiana's gonna win the game. Are they gonna cover? Maybe. My preferred bet is going to be the under. 47.5 is the total right now at BetMGM. Where my guess is Indiana's not going to, I don't think Indiana's scoring 50 plus like Indiana did against them. Maybe. I don't think they will. I think Miami's defense is too good. And I think if you're Indiana, and I said this heading into the Oregon game, right? If Indiana plays Indiana's game, Indiana just does what Indiana is going to do, they're going to win. So keep the ball out of harm's way. Don't do anything crazy. And you're probably going to win in the end. So I think you'll probably see, not definitely, but probably, and we'll talk to pro sports bettor Joey Knish about this next hour. We'll get his opinion on the matter, his bets on the matter. I think you may see a conservative game plan from Indiana, which doesn't mean 3 yards on a cloud of dust and punt, just that I think Indiana knows it could control the game and don't increase variance in the game and do anything crazy to give Miami a chance. And on the flip side, I think Mark Fletcher is awesome. Malachi Toney looks like he could step in onto an NFL. Imagine if the Bills had Malachi Toney in their receiving corps, maybe they beat the Broncos on Saturday. The Dolphins, the Hurricanes, Miami, the football team, the college football team. Miami does have some guys. I think Carson Beck has the propensity to make some mistakes. And Indiana, I think, can pounce on those mistakes. So I think the Hoosiers will win. Lower scoring game. Let's go somewhere in the range of 24-17 Indiana, 24-14 Indiana, somewhere in that range. So I think Indiana will win the Natty. That'll be the lead of tomorrow's show. My preferred bet, the game goes under the total. Would I be stunned if Miami won? Yes and no. I guess it wouldn't be that nuts if Miami won, but I would be surprised if the Miami Hurricanes won the game. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. Just with the way Indiana's looked and the fact that they are annihilating the competition leads me to believe that they will at least win the game, if not win by margin. On the other side, postmortems for the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. And we have more breaking news as it concerns the Buffalo Bills and their firing of head coach Sean McDermott. We will share it with you next and get to some of your YouTube comments. So send them in, youtube.com/@thekostos here on Westwood One Sports.